guys already know what it is. It's been a long time, but better late than never. Back for the playoffs. You're going to have me for second round, third round, the finals, all the upcoming sports you guys already know. Hope you guys been doing well. If you guys don't know, I'm Kobe Williams. And what we do on this show, we give out winners, we have fun, we have laughs, and we just get to the bag. Simple as that. Talk about sports, discuss sports, and we'll do a little different this time. Number one, what I'm going to need y'all to do is, you see on the bottom there on the ticker, go follow the new channel on YouTube. It's the Golden 9 Network. We're about to get golden. Guys already know it's going to have everything. We're going to have multiple shows. We're going to have a lot of content going on. Just make sure you're tuned in and hit that notification button. All right. Before we continue, you know, I just have to do this.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that. I know you like that. How long you been back, man? I see the girls in the club, they're getting wild for me.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. So this show is going to work a little different. What we used to do, you guys already know what we used to do, take everything on the board and just break that down like a pound. It ain't nothing. We do everything here. But we ain't going to do that like this. First, let's fucking start with something very interesting. Okay? We have big game sevens going on tonight, right? We have Clippers in Denver. We also had a big game 6 last night with Steph Curry and the Houston Rockets. But I want to ask you guys something, okay? What do you guys think about this?
Well, that was my first and second year in the league, and then I worked extremely hard on it and it stopped happening.
And a foul. Draymond Green looking at James Capers. And it's going to be an offensive foul. So Draymond Green didn't see it was off the ball.
Well, Draymond's point was he's holding me. But that's the kind of physicality we've become accustomed to start this playoffs. To me, that's extra.
And officials are going to look to see if that's extra.
So basically, Draymond went and got his first his little foul quick. Draymond be always doing this. They're saying they should not fine the man. They should send that man back to Alcatraz, jail him, and not allow him to play in the NBA again. What do you guys think about this? Leave that in the comments. Do you guys think Draymond's a dirty player? I just think he's playing with the game. I honestly, in that play, he got pushed. Shouldn't both of them get a foul? At the end of the day, we'll see how that pans out, because that shit was crazy to me. You know, Steph Curry was awful, right? Very awful. He's missed everything. They're playing zone against these guys. When was the last time you guys seen NBA players play zone? I'm not talking about Miami Heat. Like, they did that because they were trash, you know? So it's gonna, I hope it doesn't backfire. We all remember, though, Houston is the top seed. You guys forget about that. Houston is the top seed. So everybody does have Golden State to handle business, but Houston is the top seed. Houston is supposed to be up. Don't forget that. Houston is supposed to be up in this game, right? So hopefully Steph Curry comes out, and a lot of y'all think he's going to come out because of this. grandson didn't want nothing to do with him. Man couldn't believe. Not only did you play awful 2 times in a row. Yeah, he played awful 2 times in a row. He didn't touch. He it was just ridiculous, right? Nobody else is helping him out, right? The son said, "Dad, I don't even want to see you right now." But instead of what people are taking from that, they're saying, right? Steph Curry's gonna go dark. He's gonna go crazy. He's gonna go crazy in Game 7. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does, because they will need that and everything that comes with that. So the real question is, why are they not playing Jonathan Kuminga? So there's something going on in that organization with that. Steve Kerr says 100% Jonathan Kuminga is going to play, right? Do I believe him? That's a whole different story. But he said he's going to play, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, the next interesting thing that happened last night was a bit crazy. Check this out. This is what the coach has to say about the Winnipeg Blues.
That was embarrassing. That was of all the games this year, that was the most embarrassing game for me, for our players. I take full credit. I got to be the one that has to hold these guys accountable and make sure we're better. That was embarrassing. We were from top to bottom. We did a hard.
So now, Winnipeg was one of the top teams. If you make that like Cleveland, Winnipeg, but if you compare it to an NBA, Winnipeg is Cleveland, basically. They killed everybody, came out strong. Nobody could touch them. They did whatever they wanted. And now they're on the break of Game 7. Game 7 against a St. Louis Blues team that got hot at the right moment. And they have experience. That's what people forget. They have experience. So you have to understand, this is a team that has a lot of experience, right? So let me guys show you what happened.
That's well said, but it has.
Wrong one. Second period.
Broberg chasing. Broberg in behind the net. Spins away from DeMello. Out in front. Score! The Blues regain the lead. Behind the play penalty, they score. Oh, here they come again. There's Braden Shen. They with a shot. Score! Here comes Storchenko. 2 Jets back. Into the left of Hellebuck. And Hellebuck able to make the stop on Walker. Sneaky attempt there. Here is Fowler with room. Score! That advantage for St. Louis. Morrissey out of the box.
Well, a must kill for the Jets. They got it done. You got to find a way to get one before the end of the period now.
There's Fox across ice. Score! It is now 5-1. Torchenko beats Hellebuck.
And that's supposed to be the top goalie in NHL? The Vezina Trophy winner? 3 times? Hall of Famer? That's awful. That's awful. Come on, guys. That's awful. But that right there is embarrassing. And Game 7 all over. You got to love it. You got to love it. Does home advantage really matter in these type of things when you're giving up goals like that? Fuck. That's crazy. But that was the nightcap, guys. That was the nightcap. So that's what we're going to do. We're gonna start some stuff, talk about some shit, break it down, see how it works. If it's reasonable, we'll talk about it. If it's not, we'll just start up our day. But that's the nightcap for you guys. Next on the list, we can't continue any sports talk without talking about the one and only Coach Pop. Coach Pop, the most winningest coach in the NBA. Okay, coach of the San Antonio Spurs. That man will not be coaching the San Antonio Spurs anymore. Why is that? Because he was going through some health issues, and now it's all done. You know what's crazy? That everybody, like all the good people in the league, obviously there's still more, but they still have to prove themselves. But everybody that we all we all loved the game for, all the players, the coaches, the way they played hard, the mentality of go hard or go home, the work ethic, not just, oh, well, let's chase the bag. All those players, that time is over. Now we have the young kids just out here making contracts, making babies, and it is what it is. You can't hate. So you just have to pick and choose. That's what makes the sports betting shit much harder than usual, Well, than before. Because now they really don't give a fuck about playing. So now you have to really pick your spots. Some teams are losing, some teams are winning that's not supposed to win because of it's the work ethic. It's how much they give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck, what can you really do? Other than lose. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to Coach Pop. He's a Hall of Famer. The legacy will always be there. And he did a lot. He did a lot for the game. The only other person, well, not only, but we have a few left, right? Chris Paul, KD, LeBron. We'll be talking about that. Hopefully not this year, but we will be talking about that. So we'll see how the future in San Antonio goes. But till then, they have Wimby, so they ain't gonna be that bad. They ain't gonna be that bad, right? So, quick thing. This is not gonna be a long show. It's just gonna be a little quick to introduce you guys. Don't forget, what I mean? Just follow the Golden Nine Network. That's the new network out there. We're gonna have live shows there. You guys, we're gonna interact with you guys. I'm gonna have special guests. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. We're just gonna start a whole new thing, and I'll put little stuff on here. I'll probably turn this into like a still little stuff like this, but maybe vlog a little bit. Show some shit how I'm living. Who knows? But you guys already know. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Put on your notification buttons, and we got a nice game tonight. Nice game tonight. You guys know what it is? I'm going to show you guys. What do you guys think about this game? Leave in the comments. Who do you guys think is going to win? Do you guys think that the LA Clippers is going to be the new team in LA? Do you guys think that Denver is just going to make another story of the Clippers? Because they're LA's nightmare. But first thing, before we talk about that, do you guys agree with what was said here?
I said this even before. I think the game one or game two. I think this is, if someone loves basketball, I think this is the series to watch. Or even today, I think it was an amazing basketball game. You can see one team is going down, then little runs, and then stars playing on their level. I think it's if you like basketball and like a really true fan of basketball, not like fame basketball, like really like details stuff. I think this.
Man said, like fake details, like not a fake fan of basketball, not a fan just trying to make money, a fan that actually likes basketball. Well, I tell you this, it's impressive. It's really impressive that your boy Denver is as far as they are right now, with them firing their coach. Mike Malone, that was terrible. That was terrible. Okay. Now the assistant coach is coming through. Westbrook is doing damage, right? Westbrook is doing damage. What can you say? What can you say? You have Kawhi looking crazy like back in time, right? Is it their time? Is it their time? That is the question. Is it their time? I'm not sure. What I do know though is that the home team has the edge, right? You see all them stats when the people say 8-2 to the under, 5-5 to the over, and all this fucking bullshit. Okay. In the playoffs, that shit goes out the window. I find it's more situational betting, to be honest with you. Like the numbers don't really tell you anything. It's the situation. Who's gonna adjust better? Who's going to be able to put a counter and react to everybody's reaction faster instead of the coach's reaction? You know? Is Tyronn Lue going to be able to do that? Is the Denver coach going to be able to do that? And in-game speed. When the speed goes and your team gets all nervous and shit, who's going to be able to last the longest and be able to strive through this? So that's what you're guys going to have to ask yourself. You know, who's the one? Who's the one? Denver been here, done that, but Denver has a lot of issues and injuries. You know, Clippers, they have a history of losing. So if you're a stat person, you should pick Denver because Clippers ain't doing nothing crazy in this type of situation. But if you like storylines and entertainment, you pick Clippers, right? That's what I would do, you know. And you know what's so beautiful about tonight? We have 2 game 7s, right? We also have the Dallas versus Colorado game. This game has been something. And why I say that is because this game, everybody like this has so much pieces to the layers of the level. It's just so amazing. Okay. Teams are playing each other, that players are playing each other that used to be on different teams on the, you know, so it's like they're putting out their old team if they win, right? If they don't win, now it's like, this is why we traded you type shit. So it's like, it's crazy, right? Now, Dallas is supposed to be a Stanley Cup contender. We're supposed to come in and do shit very easy. No worries about nothing. But look at them in the game 7. Colorado was supposed to do that too. Put their foot on these guys' necks. They had them dead to rights. Then they didn't have them. But Colorado showed their home why they're dominant and why they're favored the last game by beating up on Dallas, right? Now, Dallas is home. Dallas actually plays better at home. You have Blackwood and Oettinger in there. Okay. You have Blackwood and Oettinger in there. And what's crazy is that who's better? Oettinger is better, but by stats, Blackwood is better. Same shit. No numbers. Like numbers can help you, but numbers are not going to help you. In my opinion, Dallas has the home. Like that. This is the Dallas's game to lose. You know, but Colorado is favored for a reason. What do you think? You know, I think this shit's crazy. But the only way I'll go, game 7, these guys earned it. I'll pick Dallas. The only way I'll go. If you know, but that's the thing about game 7s. Anybody could win. That's why you're not trying to go to game 7. You feel what I'm saying? But you guys already know what it is. That's the two games we got. I'll dabble a little bit on the little MLB game that I like. You know, don't forget, don't forget to follow the Golden Nine Network. You know, we're gonna go live over there, bring guests over there, do this shit over here. We still do a little thing over here for sure. You know, this is where the beginnings are. But you guys already know. Go on that. We'll put the bets there. Bets will be here, and we're just gonna expand. Just try to expand this shit and not just on sports. You know, but it's a journey. Follow it with me, and let's get into this. The last part of this shit. We got the MLB wrap up. I'm only gonna do 2 games. Okay. We're gonna go with the Detroit and the Angels, and we're gonna hit up the Dodgers and the Braves. So get your pen and paper out. First things first, Dodgers and the Braves. You know what I mean? Dodgers trying to get on their win streak. They've been on a win streak for a minute, but it's today. They have Sasaki on the net and, well, on the mound. And then you have Schwellenbach, Spencer. Now, I tell you this. Atlanta has been playing awful. Awful. Atlanta's not a team you want to play with your money. So, but they're favorite. Why is that? Atlanta's getting basically at this time, they're getting against a rookie. I personally look at this shit. The lines opened up at Atlanta minus 160. Now you could actually buy this at minus 125. That's pretty wild. A lot of people are buying Dodgers. They don't think Dodgers lose here. I don't trust Sasaki. What I will do though is trust that the defense will come to play. I know the bats are not good in Atlanta. You also have basically a rookie on the mound. So the defense is gonna have to come to play. I like the under if anything. That's the only thing I wouldn't even choose a side because Atlanta's favorite for a reason. The question is, what is that reason? You understand what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to find out by putting my money on that. But if you guys want to, let me know how it goes. Let me know who you're choosing in the comments at the end of the video. That helps too with the traction and stuff. So just put a little comment in the video who you like in this matchup. And the last one, Detroit against Angels. Angels is like Lakers, a disappointment. The worst team in the league. Then you have a Detroit Tigers team that you have Flaherty on the mound against Hendricks, right? 2 pitchers that's whack. If I'm picking this game, I'm picking Detroit minus 1 or over. There's no way to have faith in Angels. You know, well, why are you having faith in Angels? There's other games to bet on if that's the case. Like real shit. There's other games to bet on if that's the case if you have faith in Angels. So I like Detroit minus the 1.5 or the over, but unofficial here, I'll pick the over for you guys. So I only have 2 plays in this. Leaner on the 3, but I like the under and I like the over. And the under, if you guys can bet it on the books, hopefully you can. But if you can't, hopefully the breakdown helps you out. I like the under on the hits. The hits is at 16.5. That's in the Dodgers game. I like the under in that. Find it at your best price, at your cheapest book, wherever you guys bet at. And I also like the over in the Detroit game, the over in the Detroit game. So you guys already know what it is. You know, this is pretty fun. Next, I'm gonna go live on the Golden Network. All right, put your 9s up. Leave 9s in the comments. Leave 9s in the comments. We're back. We're gonna break down these playoffs, each and every one, like we never left. And just know what y'all waiting for. We getting back to the bag. We out.